How's it going, everybody? Today I wanted to talk about how much liquor liability insurance costs for bars and restaurants here in Michigan. Thank you for stopping by. My name is Brian. I'm an independent insurance agent based here in the state of Michigan, Metro Detroit specifically, and I work with businesses on their commercial insurance programs as well as helping families and individuals with their personal insurance, their home, their auto insurance as well. My goal with this channel is to pass on a little bit of educational information to you so that you can make more informed decisions around your insurance and then overall help answer any questions that you might have. So let's get into it. And before we get too far into the video, I do want to invite you to subscribe to the channel. And if you find this video helpful, useful, anything like that, please feel free to pass it along to anyone else as well. If your business has a liquor license in Michigan, you will need liquor liability insurance. This coverage is essential for bars, restaurants, or any business that serves alcohol. This is because it protects your business if a customer causes property damage or injures somebody after drinking at your establishment. A common mistake that some business owners do make is that assuming that alcohol-related incidents are covered on their general liability insurance policy, which it does not cover those. Liquor liability is a separate coverage that you would need to have included. And similar to general liability, liquor liability would help cover things like the legal fees, settlements, and medical expenses if your business is held responsible after an alcohol-related incident. Liquor liability can also provide assault and battery coverage, and this is important in case a fight or altercation breaks out on your property or in your restaurant or bar. Not all policies do automatically include this assault and battery coverage, and some policies may have very low sublimits for this coverage. So you do want to make sure that it is included and that you are comfortable with the coverage limit that you have for it. And overall, with liquor liability coverage, one policy can be very different from another, and one insurance company can be very different from another. So it is important to know what is and is not covered on your policy. Another reason liquor liability insurance is so important here in Michigan is because we have dram shop laws. This means that here in Michigan, if a business serves alcohol to somebody that was visibly intoxicated and then they go on to cause harm, they can be held legally responsible for that situation. This is one of the biggest risks that a bar or restaurant could face, so it is extremely important to make sure that you do have the right coverage in place. And how much liquor liability coverage do you actually need? In Michigan, the legal minimum requirement for a Class C license is $50,000. But for most businesses out there, that is not nearly enough. If you do own a bar or restaurant with steady alcohol sales, a good starting point will always be $1 million in coverage. And if you have multiple locations or higher risk factors, you may want to even look into higher coverage limits for this. And it's also important to note that maybe your landlord or financial institution, lender, whoever it may be, might also have minimum coverage requirements for your liquor liability. So that is something to keep in mind as well. So what exactly goes into determining the cost for liquor liability insurance? There are a few key factors that come into play here. First is going to be your business type. A full service bar is typically going to pay more than a restaurant that only serves beer and wine. And then your alcohol sales as a whole also plays a role. The higher your annual liquor sales, the higher your cost is going to be for the insurance. And then the higher percentage of your sales that alcohol makes up versus, say, food sales, that will also impact your cost as well. And then the insurance companies will also take into account your hours of operation. Businesses that operate later into the night, such as bars that stay open past midnight, are often considered higher risk to the insurance companies, and your costs will most likely reflect that. And then similar to any other type of insurance, if you have a history of claims, this will also impact your insurance costs. And then last is the overall security measures and risk management protocols that you do have in place. Things like having bouncers, checking IDs properly. These can help reduce your risk and demonstrate to the insurance company that you are taking your security seriously, which can help with the underwriting and cost. For a smaller restaurant with limited alcohol sales, liquor liability insurance could cost as little as $1,000 a year. But for a high volume bar, premiums can be several $1,000s a year, sometimes even $5,000-$10,000 a year or more, depending on all of those factors that we just discussed. But at the end of the day, having the right coverage in place for liquor liability is extremely important for the financial security of your business, because a bad liquor liability claim can make a huge impact, potentially wipe out your business if things do go wrong. So if you are looking for help with your liquor liability or commercial insurance program as a whole, I would love the opportunity to work with you and see if our team can help. There are a lot of ways to get a hold of me, and they should all be in the description below. Please feel free to text, call, email, fill out a contact form, whatever is easiest. And if you have any other questions about insurance, please feel free to reach out directly or leave them in the comments below. I would love to help answer those as well. So thank you again.